welcome back to my channel. I have a fun mixed media layout for you today. Now this white cardstock I have all the bubbles on, I actually simply made by myself. I just put random circles clustered together on one side of my sheet and then a few in the corners and use my silhouette to cut it out. So I am channeling like my inner Paige Evans. She does beautiful work with matting things, and so I'm using every gelato I have that is either a pink, an orange, or a red, and also the yellow. And I am just crayoning them in over the layout. And I'm using just a piece of scrap paper in the back because this was messy kind of coloring it in, so just keep that in mind in case you don't want to ruin your surface. And I'm going to go in now with some water and kind of start moving the colors around and get some awesome drip effects to the right hand side of the layout. And I kind of messed up there because I had kind of absorbed some of the water because it was a big puddle. Don't do that because it picked up all the color, so I had to go back in and add some more gelato. So just mist it and wet it and then kind of seep it up and pool it. I'm used to using a mister, and you can see the awesome drip effects that I got there, which I absolutely love. And I do go in and add a little bit of red just around that one circle that kind of looks naked on the right side. Is all that was driving me crazy. But other than that, like as random as this occurred, it was awesome. Definitely an awesome effect. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're afraid of color, you're not going to like my layout because this layout is so colorful. I am using the Amy Tangerine, what is it called? Better Together collection, and the one I'm using with this honeycomb is called Milk and Honey. And again, I chose it because of the colors I chose with my gelatos, so that it peeks through and it still keeps these oranges, these pinks, and the reds, or they're more like corals, together. Now, and like I said, this layout, you ever notice sometimes too, like when you should have stopped like way earlier than where you continued with the layout? That's one of these things I'm feeling right now. Looking back on I was like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But don't get me wrong. If you like my bright, colorful layouts, this is definitely bright and colorful. So I'm matting it on this sheet of paper. This is from Studio Calico. It's from the Amelia collection. And it has a great geometric black and white pattern in the one side and then these stripes in the other. Hence, you can see me still sticking with these whole orange, red, pinks, and yellow kind of colors. And now, honestly, I rearranged my craft desk, and I literally have like this little kind of like mail carrier kind of thing that I truly have every like scrap piece of paper just to the right of my desk. And it was probably the best thing I've done this week as far as reorganizing my craft room, because I took all like my scrap papers out of this like iris container that I had, and it's like, standing up, kind of like I said, in like a mail holder, and I actually am using some of my scrap paper. It's awesome. So if you could move your scrap paper, totally do that, because all of this layering right here is all scraps. I think one paper was from the Journeys collection, one was from Amy Tan Rise and Shine. But again, I was choosing all these colors, pinks, oranges, whatever I could find that was kind of just sitting in there, not getting utilized. So yeah, all of my layers is truly done with scraps. So that's kind of awesome. And then these little ephemera pieces, I literally thumbed through my stash. Like that floral is from Heidi Swap Favorite Things. That little circle piece is from, I want to say, Sketchbook by Amy Tan, along with that camera. And like I just had, like again, I just thumbed through my stash for these colors. Now, looking at it now, what I would have totally have done differently is kind of done this whole embellishment cluster to the left of the photo and moved over the photo a little bit more to the right, because as it gets done right now, it just, obviously the left side is busy and colorful, and I should have kept all the ephemera on top of it as well, but at the time I thought I didn't want to cover up all that awesome mixed media work I just did, so I did, the color scheme on the opposite side as well. And like I said, I just feel like looking at it now, Like maybe if it was done in the center and the photo moved over, photo would have popped a little bit more. Or let's be honest, I didn't have to do all of this embellishing either because then I also feel I'm like could have left it simple, could have seen all the drip marks because now I covered all those awesome drip marks. So yeah, tell me your thoughts. I mean, like I said, everyone's their own worst critic. I still love it. It's still on my wall right now. But I just know it's kind of somewhere along the lines. I'm like, what I know now, if I knew then, would I change? And that's the only thing I would say is I would have switched my little clusters of embellishments. So then I go ahead and add a few things. These little circle tabs are from Heidi Swap Favorite Things still. And I add a little flare button from Feed Your Craft. And I do finish it off with, I think, oh yeah, so see these black font words on the left side from the Rise and Shine collection from Amy Tan. My title I make is Always Cute, so it is part of that ephemera pack. So it's fun to mix and match some of Amy Tangerine's collections because she does keep in some of these bright tones recently, and I love it. Same with these little tiny word stickers in pink. These are from the Rise and Shine collection. I still have them in my stash, which is kind of awesome. And I wanted them black. I did like the black font. I was toying around with like a white font as well. And it did pop on that colorful background, but I thought it needed some black. And I'm trying to see if I use that Moments, and I don't think it makes it. That's from Heidi Swap as well. I thumbed through the sticker book, and nothing really worked for this layout, so I got to take off an arrow and I kind of see if I can make it work, and I was just kind of like, you're just adding it to add it. Stop it. Don't do it. Alright, and finishing off my layout with some black ink splatters. As always, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you on my next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.